What's up? It's your boy Westside J. Just here to say Happy New Year's to everybody and just give my thoughts on the 2003 boxing year and the upcoming events that we got in this weekend's event that we just had. So, first things first, let's talk about Fight of the Year for 2023. For me, I think 2023's Fight of the Year was Jaime Munguia against Sergey Derevyanchenko. Like the way they just went back and forth toe to toe for 12 rounds. And then Munguia scoring the body shot knockdown in the 12th round. That just capped it off for me. That was a great fight. Like, they fucking went at it. Like, that was a good fight. And there was some other ones too. Like, Espinoza against Ramirez was up there. Liam Wilson against Navarrete was up there. Beterbiev, Anthony Yard, that was up there. But yeah, for me, it was Jaime Munguia against Sergey Derevyanchenko. And for knockout of the year, same thing, it was a lot of them. But for me, watching live, I got to go with Nakatani against Andrew Maloney. I almost said Jason Maloney. Andrew Maloney. Like, the overhand left that he hit Maloney with, that was a showstopper. Like, honestly, I don't think Andrew Maloney's ever gonna like come back the same way. I hope he does, but I don't think he will. But that was a devastating punch. Yeah, Nakatani, he's a beast. Like, he's one to watch from 112 to 118. Like, to me, he's the best fighter. So, let's see. Upset of the year. Same thing. Most people will probably pick Joseph Parker over Wilder. I picked Joseph Parker to beat Wilder anyway. So, for me, I'd say Giovanni Santillon against Alexis Rocha. Not really that it was like a major upset, but more just the way Santillon won. It was just really unexpected. It was a war. It was a great fight, but Rocha, he got beat the fuck up. Like, nobody expected that. He got stopped. I think it was like 6 rounds he got stopped in. But that was a great fight. Okay, so the next one, prospect of the year. I gotta go with Diego Pacheco. I know a lot of people might go with Abdullah Mason, might go with Emiliano Vargas, might go with Keyshawn Davis, might go with Andy Cruz, whoever. But I feel like Diego Pacheco, for only being 22 years old and what he's doing, at 20-0, 6'4", super middleweight, like, I feel like he's one to watch. I just want to see the competition step up just a little bit more. I feel like he's ready. And I think Golden Boy and Eddie Hearn, sorry, not Golden Boy, Matchroom. I think Matchroom, they're doing a pretty good job with them, moving them at a good pace. So I just want to see him step up a little bit in competition, but yeah, he's my prospect of the year so far for 2023. So next one, last one, fighter of the year. I know this is probably going to be debated for a long time. Fighter of the year. I can see an argument for 2 different guys. For Crawford, for Inoue. I can even see a couple arguments for Benavidez, maybe Tim Zur. Yeah, that's probably it. But for me, I'd have to go with Inoue. Crawford put on a star-making performance against Spence. An all-time great performance. Like, you can't take nothing away from him. But my reason for picking Inoue is he pretty much did the same thing against Stephen Fulton. Of course, Stephen Fulton isn't on the same level as Spence. But he also put in a great performance against to Paulus and became undisputed again and twice in the span of a year. Like, you can't take that away. Moving up your first two fights in a new weight class, taking on the two best opponents, the two champions, and unifying the whole division in less than a year. So for me, it's more of an activity thing. Is why I'm picking Inoue. Plus, I know that he's probably gonna be fighting either MJ Akhmadiev or Luis Nery next. With Crawford, it's we don't know when is he gonna be defending these belts. Is he gonna be moving up? Like it's so hard to gauge. Like what he's gonna do. Is he gonna retire? Is he gonna fight Spence again? We don't know. Like we know what Inoue is gonna do. He's gonna keep fighting the best. Me personally, I want to see Crawford against Jaron Ennis just so he could defend against his mandatory, even though he got stripped now. But Boots was his mandatory. So I wanted to see them two go at it. And like me personally, I don't want to see Spence and Crawford again. You know, that's kind of pointless. Like Spence had his chance and he got beat bad. He got stopped. It was one-sided. It was no point. There's no point to a rematch, especially an immediate rematch. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. So yeah, some other topics. Okay, so this weekend that just passed, Vergil Ortiz stopped what's his name, Frederick Lawson in the first round. Honestly, it was only going to be a matter of time, most likely. But Tony Weeks, man, he needs to hang it up. Tony Weeks is done. There's 2 times in the span of, like 6 months where he's made, like, really, really bad stoppages. Like, first with the Rolly Romero and Ismael Barroso stoppage. That was probably the worst stoppage I've ever seen. And the Vergil Ortiz one, that was pretty bad. It wasn't the worst, but it was pretty bad. Like, Lawson, he didn't go down. He wasn't really, like, wobbled, stumbled. His legs weren't gone. Like, he got stunned by a jab and just got flurried on. And I don't know. I know it's a lot of allegations that Tony Weeks is making, Golden Boy is making. I'm not even going to get into that, you know. I'm just keep it strictly to what's in the ring. And yeah, Vergil Ortiz it's hard to say how he looked because it just ended so quick. You know, after almost a year and a half layoff, it's just so hard to say like how he looked. Like me personally, as much as I would love like a Tim Zhu fight, like just for stylistic purposes, I feel like we didn't see enough from Vergil Ortiz to warrant that fight, you know? So I want to see Vergil Ortiz take somebody a little lower just so we can kind of see what if he's still his old self, you know? Maybe like a Brian Mendoza, maybe like a Brian Castano, Patrick Teixeira, somebody like that where they're not a champion, but there's some kind of contender. You know, just put him in, see what he do. Me personally, I think Vergil's going to look really good at 154 if he can stay healthy. But, yeah, him versus Tim Zhu, that's fireworks. And Ismael Barroso, he pulled off the first round knockout upset over O'Hara Davies. Like me personally, I thought O'Hara Davies was going to go in there, use his speed, his athleticism, and get the stoppage probably in the later rounds. But he came out way too aggressive, and he pulled back with his hands down, left hand right over the top, stunned him, put him down. Honestly, he was done after the first knockdown. The first left hand that landed, he was done. The referee gave him every chance, let him get up, he got put down again, and the rest is history. Like Ismael Barroso, the new interim champion. Like I hope he gets his redemption against Rollies. Like because Tony Weeks like robbed Barroso of potentially becoming a champion. You know. So, and me personally, I think Rollies is one of the worst champions like I've ever seen. Like it's he's sitting on that belt. It's only a matter of time. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna vacate it. Like he's not gonna fight any top contender. I'm pretty sure. So Ismael Barroso, he did his thing and he won.